I know this review is late, but at least it gives me the chance to do this. Zoolander 2 is a sequel to the 2001 comedy Zoolander and is yet again directed by Ben Stiller. In this film, we see Derek Zoolander trying to find his son whilst trying to be relevant again in the fashion industry, which is immediately less interesting than being brainwashed to kill the Malaysian Prime Minister, wouldn't you agree? Very quickly, before I start this review, at the end of the video I quickly want to talk about a few things that I think you guys will be interested in, so if you want to know what those things are, then stay behind at the end of the video. Now, I love the first Zoolander movie. It was hilarious and it was so stupid that it was actually kind of smart. However, this movie is just plain stupid. With a sequel coming out this far away from the original, there has to be a good enough reason for it to happen. But there really isn't, and I really don't understand why this was made, because it really was disappointing and not that good. First of all, it's not that funny. It's not that funny. For a comedy... First of all, it's not that funny. The one thing that a comedy should do, and it doesn't even get that right. They do spend a lot of time forcing one particular joke in certain scenes, and that joke may not have been funny in the first place, and it gets to the point where you're really glad the scene is over by the time it's finished, because they just spend so long pounding one joke into the ground that you really are sick of it by the time it's finished. Not all the jokes are bad, however. There are a few really funny jokes towards the end of the movie, but overall, it just comes across as kind of cringy and awkward. There are also a couple of times where the humour is just blatantly offensive and not funny at all, which is very unlike the Zoolander movies. The returning characters like Derek Zoolander and Hansel are still fun and enjoyable, but there are others that really don't work. For example, Will Ferrell, who was quite funny in the first one, just felt kind of awkward here, and other newcomers like Penelope Cruz are good in the movie, but for what it is, because she's not great, but she's not terrible either. Also, one thing that the first one incorporated very well was cameos. There were quite a few cameos in the first one, but it worked because they were very subtle cameos and they weren't in your face, and it also worked with the setting of the fashion world and how they were executed. In this one, there are loads more cameos and not all of them work. There are only a couple that actually do. Maybe Billy Zane, Sting and Justin Bieber, but apart from that, the rest of them feel really forced, really awkward, and it gets to the point where they just shove them in your face and it's a bit too much and it kind of ruins the joke. Also, I don't know whether this is a problem with the theatrical release or the DVD version that I watched, but there seemed to be certain things cut from the film, and it wasn't subtle. It was very obvious that something was cut. It was very awful, and because those things were cut, it made certain things very confusing for the overall experience of the movie. So I don't know whether that's a DVD thing or a theatrical thing, but it just didn't make a lot of sense. I was actually really looking forward to this movie, but it's not funny at all. They try too hard, and a lot of it just comes across as awkward. I'm going to give Zoolander 2 a 4 out of 10. If you want to stick to a good comedy, then just watch the original. Now, like I said at the start of the video, there are a couple of things I just briefly want to talk about that I think you guys should know. The first one being that, as well as reviewing brand new releases, I will also be reviewing other 2016 films that I may have missed in the cinema. Zoolander 2 is one of them. There are other films like Hail Caesar and Hardcore Henry that I will try and get reviews out. So yeah, I just thought I'd let you know so it doesn't appear as if my reviewing schedule becomes a bit discombobulated. The second thing I wanted to talk about was my new intro. I hope you guys like it. I made the song myself. I didn't change too much, but Leave a suggestion in the comments below if you like it or whether you don't. And the last thing I wanted to address is that my friends Sophie, Ben and Oliver made a short film a few months ago and they've only just released it to YouTube. It's called Fast Food. It's a romantic comedy with zombies. I watched it twice already and it is really funny. I play one of the zombies and I really wish you guys should check it out. I've left a link in the description below if you guys want to look at it. I really give them as much support as possible. Their YouTube channel is the Little Movie Co-Production, I think that's what it's called, and really give them as much support as you can. Subscribe to them, like the video. Honest to God, Fast Food is actually really funny, apart from some weird stabilization things that make it a bit shaky. But apart from that, the actual film itself is really enjoyable, really funny and well executed. And also, I'm in it. So give them as much support as you can. Tell them Aaron sent you. Just, yeah, they really worked hard on that film and it really shows. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!